So hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is in fact Viz XPL, and welcome to today's video. Now today's video is going to be on something just a tiny wee bit different to what I actually said I was going to upload the past few days, and I'm pretty sure you might be glad that I'm actually just uploading commentaries, because I do know that a lot of people who do Call of Duty are very scared like me to actually branch out to different games. So you might see some in the future, you might just see all Call of Duty, it all depends. But now yeah, this is just a few little things that I want to get by, just about next year, like this year's Call of Duty 2016. If you didn't already know, there are free developers who create Call of Duty, like free companies, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and Treyarch. This current Call of Duty that we are at right now is in fact Treyarch. They are like probably the best, or not the second best, Call of Duty developers. Sledgehammer was the ones who created Advanced Warfare. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Advanced Warfare. I think it's the worst Call of Duty ever to be created. But here, that's just my opinion. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, this year's Call of Duty 2016, I honestly think it's going to do absolutely amazing, because in their recent Call of Duties there has not been any sort of different sort of movement. There hasn't been any skill-based matchmaking, and there has not been insane weapon balancing. Now what I mean by that is that every time a weapon is ever so slightly coming overpowered to like another weapon or two weapons, then it'll get patched, and that's what it exactly is like in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 at this moment in time. And I think weapon balancing and skill-based matchmaking is something that is very, vital, and it can affect the game in sort of a positive and negative way. Now, skill-based matchmaking, honestly, definitely not. You don't want that in, and I mean, I'm pretty glad that they took it out of Black Ops 3. Now, there was a rumor that it was in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 a few weeks ago, but they put it in for one day and then took it out, and then Vonderhaar tweeted out saying that the connection is the key to matchmaking. And I think that should always be the case. Connection should always be the case to good matchmaking. I don't think that skill-based matchmaking should how any way be in the game, because there is a separate playlist for that, and that is also called league play. That's where you go if you want to sort of really sort of push your skill level to the limits and play people who are actually hard to play, and not just public matches where you get in with like so many low levels and bad kids where you can just absolutely thrash out and get nuclears and stuff. But let's not go too much into detail. Now, the reason why I do also think that this year's Call of Duty is going to be absolutely amazing is because the developers who created the MW2 Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer are in fact back in action with Infinity Ward, and the ones who actually made Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer have been sacked. Now, this was a rumor and like a few months ago, and it's actually been confirmed by Charlie Intel. So you might have seen that a few months ago, but yeah. I actually did not hear about this until the other day, and honestly this is absolutely amazing. I did not think Ghost was actually that much of a bad game where they had to go and sack people and stuff. I mean, there was minor sort of bad parts with it, like the maps were too big, the dog, the griffin, and some of the streaks, that like there were just little things that were annoying that actually ruined that game altogether, or could have probably been one of the best Call of Duties to this day. So yeah, that will actually be like a great Call of Duty game. Modern Warfare 2 was absolutely one of the most played games to today. One of the most played Call of Duty games today, and it's actually still played by a lot of people today, and it's still amazing. I mean, the only bad thing about the game was in fact the noob tubes and one-man army, but I'm very sure that there will be no more mistakes like that in this next Call of Duty, or even in the future of any Call of Duty. Now there's another thing that I need to get into, and that is the movement. This would make a great Call of Duty if everything was just back to traditional. I do know that Call of Duty, sort of trying to branch out to in fact get new fans from sort of games and where they like sort of big massive high jump movements, but that's not Call of Duty, man. Like if you want to play a different game other than Call of Duty, or you want new movement that is a first person shooter, then Halo is always there, Destiny's always there. And I really think that Call of Duty should just be, the world of war. I mean, the war like we have today, like not any futuristic shit, just modern warfare, And that's what the way Call of Duty should always be. There should be no jump and movement, no game mechanics which make you fly around the fucking map like 80 miles an hour. That's absolutely crazy. And yeah, so that's just my opinion on next year's Call of Duty. I mean, this year's. I mean, I always keep getting that mixed up. I keep forgetting that we're actually in 2016 now, which is pretty bad. But anyways, I get used to that in the future. So thanks guys for watching this video. If you stayed until the end, thank you a lot. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe, and I'm out. Catch you guys in the next one.